Hi friends, I wanted apologies for the window again, um, but it's like weirdly hot. Um, but anyways, I wanted to talk today about perfectionism and about what being perfect actually means versus the like idea that we have when we think about perfectionism. So the perfectionism I want you to let go of is the idea that everything has to be some grand, you know, no one can look at this and find any flaw in it type of perfect. Um, the type of perfectionism, that stops you from doing things because obviously no one's ever going to live up to those standards. Somebody's always going to have something to say. Nothing that you do is perfect in the sense that it has zero flaw. However, the perfect that I want us to focus on and bring our attention to is the perfection that exists everywhere. The world is perfect. You are perfect. And that's not to say that you don't have anything to work on or that the world can't be better, that you can't be better. But what makes us all perfect is the fact that in every moment we are embodying a perfect idea of who we are. And another thing that makes us perfect as human beings is that we can always be better, like a perfect person to me isn't somebody who is like, I have no flaws, I'm amazing, and there's nothing to work on. No, a perfect person is somebody who is like, I'm amazing, I'm great, but there's always something to work on. Like there's always more to be done. I can always take it up an extra step. And that's what a perfect person is. It's somebody who is always recognizing where they can grow and actively striving for that growth. You know what I'm saying? And the amount that you're putting out every day is not going to be the same. Your best today isn't going to be the same as your best yesterday or your best tomorrow. But as long as you are like always putting your best foot forward and always trying to, take that next step to become better, then you are perfect. And like I said before, you are perfect in the sense that you are always a perfect representation of the idea of yourself that you have in your head. You cannot be anything else. And so if you have a problem with what you see when you look at yourself, whether you're looking at your physical, your mental, your emotional, any of that, blah, 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 if you have a problem with what you're seeing when you look at your reflection, then you need to do some deep dive and work on your self-image from the root, from the core. That's going to be the only real place that you can make any lasting change to the outer presentation that you give to the world and to yourself. Yeah, this was a really short one, but I had the thought and I was like, wow, I told y'all when I think I'm gonna come and I'm gonna just tell you, and it's just gonna be what it is. I'm just gonna pause the video real quick because a lot of the times what will happen is I'll think I'm done talking and then I'll pause it or I'll stop it and then I'll be like, actually I'm not done yapping, and then I'll have to start another video and then like edit them together, and I'm really not trying to do all that. I'm really trying to upload this and go to sleep. So we're gonna press pause, see if anything else comes. If not, you already know what's up. I want you to have fun, number one. Number two, stay safe. And number three, stay hydrated. You do those three things, you're gonna be perfect for real. All right, I love you guys. Peace. in case I don't see you again. If I do, you're going to hear all this one more time. Told you. Yes, but on the topic of doing your best, I want you all to understand that your best is going to look different every day. And I want you to really understand that sometimes the best that you can do is, you know, be alive. Sometimes that's all that you can, that's all the energy you can muster is blinking your eyes open, looking around and being like, consciousness, word. And that's okay. You know, like, now if you finding that this is all the best that you can do multiple days in a row, maybe you should force yourself to get up out of your bed and like go for a walk and feel the sunshine, because there might be something clinical going on, which you know, just means there's something mental going on. So you might want to figure out what that is. But if you spend, you know, 10 days in a row checking off things off your to-do list, on that 11th day you're like, yo, I can barely get out of bed to use the restroom and brush my teeth, you know, let alone go for a walk, cook, write, whatever it is that you do, you know, then that's okay. Then that's okay. Just be okay with that. Lay down. Don't judge yourself for needing that rest day. Take it. And then do 100% of what you can do the next day. And because if you never take rest, then your best is just going to slowly deteriorate. And you're, without any recovery time, you're at some point just going to, like, your best that you can do when fully rested is here. But since you're not allowing yourself any rest, and your best slowly moves backwards and backwards and backwards, now the best you can do is going to be, you know, considerably lower. And it's going to kind of rest in this area until you, like, let yourself get rest. And rest doesn't necessarily mean, you know, laying in your bed sleeping. And just because you're laying down doesn't mean that you are resting. You know what I'm saying? Because you can spend your whole day in bed worrying about all the things you're not getting done. That wasn't a restful day. You can spend the whole day outside walking around and just taking in the air and the breeze and listening to the birds sing, and you were up and you were moving, but you got a lot of rest that day. And so the two should not be confused. You know, like, getting a lot of laying down time is not really good for you. You should get 8 hours of sleep every night, but outside of those 8 hours, you really should not be laying on your back. It's good to move your body around. It's good to lubricate the joints, you know, make sure the muscles aren't atrophying. I don't really know how long it takes for muscles to atrophy, but why test it? You know, just get up and just move your body around a little bit, get that stiffness out, and, you know, take a hot bath or something. There are lots of ways to rest that don't just involve laying in your bed and rotting, as the kids say now, just watching TV and this, that, and the other. Now, I'm not saying if you feel like all you can do that day is binge watch something, then don't do that. Like, that's also fine. Have your days where you just want to be entertained. That's cool. But don't think just because you're laying in your bed that you're actually getting any rest. And don't feel bad about not being productive, because by resting you are upping your productivity tenfold, honestly, because you're like resetting everything and making it better. It's like when you get an oil change on a car after a certain few thousand miles, you gotta get your oil changed. You can push it, but you know, your car might not make it to the next destination the further and further and further out you push the maintenance. You have to maintain your vehicle. You got to. It's not really an option. And speaking of maintenance, you need to be getting 8 hours of sleep a night. Every night. And now there might be days where you're not able to get all of it, and that's okay. But what I need you to understand is sleep is not something that can be made up. Once you miss it, it's gone. And I remember I learned that in school, and I was like, yo, that's kind of wild, because I feel like you definitely hear a lot of people be like, oh, like, I'll get some makeup sleep after da 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 da. There is no such thing as makeup sleep. Now, research may have changed since I got out of school. It's been, it's been a minute. It's been longer than I was thinking it was. But the last time that I checked, you cannot get sleep back. And so all those things that happen when you're in your light sleep, deep sleep, REM sleep, the restoration, the memory storage, you know, the muscle building, all that good stuff, all the things that you need to like grow and thrive. So like you're doing all this great stuff to make your life better, da, 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 da. But if you're not sleeping and letting all of the stuff that you're doing actually sink into your body, it's kind of like a waste almost, because it's like you're just going to constantly be fatigued instead of actually growing and being healthier and, you know, making all these strides. And that kind of sucks if you're putting in all this work and not seeing any results, and you're not seeing any results because you're putting in all this work at the cost of your of a healthy sleep schedule. You know what I'm saying? There are other things you can cut out of your life. Put your phone down. Turn off the television. Stop watching whatever it is that you're watching, whether it's streaming it or on live television. Or if you are going to do that, do something else at the same time, not eating. But if you're like, if you have to clean your room, but you also want to binge watch your favorite show, put the show on in the background while you're up and vacuuming. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe not vacuuming because that might be a little loud. But like, combine other things throughout the day, so that way you're not like, well, I didn't finish my to-do list, so I guess I'm just going to cut some sleep. Nah. The two things that you don't need to be cutting out your life is sleep and water. Those are the two things that will save anybody. That's why I stay preaching, stay hydrated. I need to start preaching stay rested as well, stay well rested. But like, you have to sleep, and this is coming from somebody who used to not get all of her hours, and I recently have been getting them, and you know, honestly, it makes a world of a difference. My mood is always lighter, happier, fluffier than when I'm not sleeping. When I don't get enough sleep, I can already tell. I wake up just a little bit agitated. Like, it's a little harder to put that first smile on of the day. And I mean, like, why not? Why aren't you sleeping? What are you doing that's so important? What are you doing that's so important that you up? No, go to bed. Get some rest. Let your body relax and let it all go. Because not only is it like a requirement for your physical body, but you know, if you're on this spiritual journey, your dreams is kind of like an important place to be going to get some messages, to, you know, really. I've had some wild dreams along this journey that I've been on, and they just really they stay wild. They got wild, they stayed wild, they still wild, and they're honestly so enjoyable. And I love getting my dreamscapes at night. And so it's just, there's always lessons to be learned in your dream world as well. But if you're denying yourself proper sleep, you're not going to dream. Like, I know they say everybody dreams every night. That's not necessarily true. If you're not entering REM sleep, guess what you're not doing? Dreaming. That's something that occurs in REM. And REM happens as the last step in the cycle. And so if you, and the cycle is like 90 minutes roughly, and then it like shortens throughout the night. Like, after the first one is like 90 minutes, and then it gets shorter and shorter throughout the night. But if you never enter REM, you're not going to be dreaming. And if you have low quality of sleep, you're probably not entering REM because you're probably waking up throughout the night, or you're just not getting restful sleep because your body is always stressed. Because honestly, if you're forcing yourself to stay awake to do other stuff, then you're probably going to bed with some stress in your body because you feel like you're wasting your time sleeping. Sleeping is not a waste of time. And if you think that you're wasting your time when you're going to sleep, then you're going to sleep with a little bit of stress. And so that stress is kind of making you not be able to get any real restful sleep because you're just always thinking about, well, I should be up doing something. I should be up doing something. No. Sleep is important, and that's something. And if you're going to bed, that's what you need to be doing. That's what you should be doing. You should wind down, tell yourself, babe, we're about to do the thing. It's time to heal. It's time to grow. It's time to become the best version of me. Let's get our 8 hours. we're waking up at this time. Look at your clock. See what time it is. Count 8 hours from there. Tell your body we're waking up at that time. Turn off your alarms and go to sleep. And your body will wake you up. I promise. I promise. I've been doing it for like at least a month at this point. I tell my body we're waking up between 6 and 7. And we'll get up between 6 and 7. And I used to say 6, and I was waking up at 6, but I'm a sleepy baby. And that's neither here nor there. But you can tell yourself when you're going to wake up. Like, lose the reliance on these machines that we have around us, because your phone being the first thing you look at when you wake up, and if your alarm is set on it, that's probably like you're going to stop your alarm, then you're going to like doom scroll for a little bit, and then you're going to be like, oh, let me go to the bathroom. You're probably going to take your phone with you to the toilet and all this other nonsensical stuff, when you could just have your phone not even in the room with you. If you're really attached to it and you're trying to stop that, leave that thing in your purse in the living room, or like, on the counter or whatever. Just not in your room at all. Tell your body when you're going to wake up. You don't need any external anything to do it. Tell yourself we're waking up at this time. And you will. Then you get to wake up, smile. I heard somebody say smile stands for start my internal love engine. And I just think that's the most beautiful thing ever. So I wake up every day and I smile. So wake up after you get your 8 hours. Smile, put a smile on your face. Drink some water. And then start your day. Don't grab your phone until you're dressed. Until you're getting ready to leave, or whatever it is that you're after your morning routine step. You don't need to contact nobody until you've brushed your teeth and washed your behind. That's just the fact of the matter. What are you even going to do for anybody if you haven't even taken care of the basic hygiene of your body? You going to grab your phone, hop up and run out the house without brushing your teeth? No. I hope not. No judgment. But do better. Like, this video started to talk about perfectionism, yes. So, yes, back to that point. It is easier to remain, it's easier to become closer to your ideal of perfection when your body is properly functioning. And your body functions properly when you do for it what it needs to be done, when you're eating the proper amount and the proper amounts of the right things, when you're sleeping the right amount, when you are bathing and taking care of your skin. This is an organ. I feel like some people forget that. This is not just this not just a Tupperware container and your organs are just inside of it. No, your skin is also an organ, so you need to be taking care of it every day. You need to be taking care of your oral hygiene. You need to be taking care of all of it. You need to wake up and take care of yourself first and foremost. And the first step to taking care of yourself in the morning is getting all your hours of sleep. Getting all of them. And then you wake up, you smile, you drink some water, you do the morning routine, brush your teeth, go to the bathroom, take a shower, lotion up, give your skin what it needs, moisturize, you know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. I might even do a whole hygiene video for y'all, just so we can all be on the same page of taking care of yourself. It's so simple. But I feel like a lot of people skip a lot of steps because it's time consuming. But what is worth more of your time than taking care of yourself? Because when you take care of yourself, automatically you want to take care of other people in the world. Because you're like, wow, I feel amazing. I look good. I feel good. I smell good. I want the rest of the world to feel this way. I'm not upset. And you don't even gotta think, altruistically like that. You can literally, it can be as simple as, I got all of my hours of sleep. I took a nice hot shower. I'm clean. I smell good, so I feel good when I'm not having no weird scents going on around me, which agitated me because smells can affect how you feel, can affect your emotions. You're feeling good when you wake up and before you contact anybody else in the world. That means you have no drama to bring into any situation from yourself. Imagine how much better everything would be if everybody just walked around with no drama. They had no drama to bring because they were in a good mood, because they woke up and worried about themselves first and foremost. And then after you worry about yourself, then you can look out into the world and see what other people got going on. But you'll do it from a space where you can kind of be a little bit detached from it, because you're not hungry, you're not thirsty, you're not tired, your skin's not itching because it's not dry. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you take care of yourself, your world automatically gets better, because you're just going to be in a better mood. And so that means everybody around you is going to be in a better mood, because people affect you, you affect people. And what you put out is what you get back. Now, you can't control everything that everybody has going on. Some people are going to have their attitudes no matter what. But if you are already in a good mood, you can just detach from their attitude and be like, I hope that their day gets better, because clearly they didn't take their hot shower this morning. Clearly they didn't drink their cup of water today. They need all their 8 hours and they only got 5, and she's having a day, and it's okay. It's okay, because I hope it's going to get better. Tomorrow will be a better day for her, and I love her, and I'm sending all that energy over to her way, and I'm still good. You can leave your house with that emotion. If you work from home, you can just start your work day. Start your day feeling better, and your entire day will go better. And then by your day going better, the people around you's day will go better as well. And like, it's just this beautiful ripple effect. And my phone is like running out of storage. I love how I went from like, oh yeah, this is gonna be like some quick little da 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 da. But this is why I paused it and didn't stop it, because I already knew. But I am going to upload this, delete a lot of stuff, and then I'm going to, at some point, hold me to it, give you guys a full like self-care, head to toe, you know, get nice, clean, fresh, and just feel happy. I'm gonna give you my hygiene routine, my morning routine, and you know, you can do with it what you will. Anyways, I'm literally watching it like being like, okay, so I need to let y'all go. You already know what I'm gonna say, because I already said it. 3 things to a happy life and being the most perfect version of you that you can be. Have fun. That's what we're here for. Stay safe. We're the only way to have fun. Stay hydrated. All the things we just talked about. All right. I love you guys so much. I hope this video reaches you and penetrates you, and it makes you realize that you are the most perfect being. But perfection is progress. Ooh, yes. Not progress, not perfection. Perfection is progress. All right. I love you guys. Peace.